The humans are just as fucked up as we were thousands of years ago. The only difference is we live in a giant concrete jungle that is dominated by social laws, taxes, work, and just a whole lot of bullshit. And the competition factor is still the same. Human life is highly competitive, highly unforgiving, and highly brutal. Just look at the way you are treated based on your genetic predispositions. Your whole life is basically dominated by how lucky you are in the genetic lottery. This goes into your facial structure, how tall you are, how good looking you are overall. The more good looking you are, the better you will be treated because that will allow for more opportunities to come knocking your way. It's simply just a 1 plus 1 equals 2 equation. There's no multivariant about it. It's a black and white issue, no matter how many ways people will choose to spin it. We humans are still obsessed with who's better. Base state is dissatisfaction. So we are always looking for the next best thing, whether that be in jobs, relationships, whatever it may be. It's always the next best thing. And there's no other way about it. We are just animals, really. Animals obsessed with consuming. And I find it hilarious how we think we are not animals, that we are somehow better than, say, an insect, when actually we just have as much meaning as an insect. And that goes for everything we do. The people of most esteem in this society, for example, your captains of industry, or anybody else that's really high up on the human hierarchy ladder, they have as much meaning as a bug. And I don't care what people say, like how we are somehow better because we have a brain that can do complex equations and process language and this and that and blah blah blah. No, like, we are no better than any other living organism upon Earth. It's just our egos like to fluctuate the fact that we are somehow different, but we're not. We are still just as cooked, just as wretched as we were thousands of years ago. And things will never ever change. You know, it's funny because we're always told that human life is constantly improving and things are just getting better and better, with each age that passes. I don't really agree with that, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, sure, in the modern age we're living in right now, we have, well, if you're lucky, you live in a place that allows you to have access to clean water, all kinds of food, healthcare, and all that jazz. But I don't know, like, to me, the way life is right now is incredibly stressful. I mean, we have all these aggregated shit that's constantly shoved in our faces, especially if you're a male. Waking up every day as a male in this society is like being kicked in the nuts, slowly and painfully. But of course, that also depends on how gifted you are in the genetic department. Regardless, though, this society we live in today is a giant kick in the fucking nuts. And it's an even more giant kick in the nuts if you're a male. The stresses of everyday life, your lack of dating options, your lack thereof, being told that you're inadequate constantly, it really does grind you down to dust. Unfortunately, this is the fate of many males today. And most of us do not have it all together, and we never really will. And the ones that do have it all together, or let's say they at least claim to, they don't really have it all together. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. This whole place is a fucking mess. The whole situation is a mess. It's a fucking mess. We are overloaded with all this fucking information, and we're just told to go out into the world and accomplish what our grandfathers did and our grandfathers before them. It is not so fucking easy anymore. And then these fucking feminists come over and be like, oh, all males are oppressive, bro. It's always been like that. Women have been the true oppressed in society throughout time. It's like, no, bro. Your average dude has been a fucking loser throughout time and is even more of a loser, let's say, in the modern day. And it's only been a select few men who have had power in history that these feminists point to as the epitome of oppression from males. It's fucking ridiculous. It really is so annoying. If you're a dude today, man, I'm telling you right now, you gotta walk around in eggshells because every little thing you fucking do is being monitored. Just take the workplace, for example. It's women that have the actual power. It's women that have the true power. Just look at all the false allegations that come out. And I agree with Thinking Ape on the fact that the workplaces should be gender segregated because all of these false allegations would just disappear. You know, men and women have never really worked together in history until now. And now we are having all these fucking problems because men and women share a workplace and we spend majority of our lives working. So yeah, there's that. I mean, even if you fucking look at a woman wrong these days, oh boy, you're in for some deep shit. Oh bro, what you were staring at me? That's sexual assault. Oh my god, give me a fucking break. I mean, obviously there is, you don't look at somebody aggressively and stuff, but what happens, for example, if you're one of those people that have a mind that just kind of wanders and you sort of just like look out into the distance and people think you're looking at them, but you're really not. You're just thinking about shit. Like, you know what I mean? So there's that. But yeah, being a male today is hard. It really is. It's harder than ever before, if you ask me. And women are fickle. They can change their mind about a situation and put you in the dumps. So not even, let's say, Chad can escape a woman's wrath. Say Chad sleeps with a woman one night. Next morning, the woman says, oh no, I wasn't actually in full control of my cognitive abilities, so he basically sexually assaulted me. I'm gonna report him to the police. Boom. There you go. There's no safety net for fucking men like there is for women. It's just a fact. Women have always been considered fragile. They've always been considered the victims of society, and men have always been considered the oppressors. And there are solutions we can, take or society could take to mitigate that factor, but they refuse to because of this whole gender inclusion bullcrap that is constantly shoved in our faces. So yeah, the expectations to, let's say, conform and be normal in today's society are becoming too outrageous. We have all this shit dumped on us, and we are just expected to make do with whatever crap comes our way. Our situation is becoming more and more intolerable, and I shudder to think what society will look like in another 50 years. I mean, think about how horrible it will be. When we think it's fucking bad now, it's just gonna get worse. Trust me on that fact. Um, and there's really no stopping this dumpster fire, fortunately. And another thing as well, like how before I was talking about all this shit that's just dumped on us and we're expected to make do. Uh, Going back to the genetic predisposition thing, no two people will react the same to a situation. But the situations are becoming so fucked and so unrealistic in terms of expectations on males today. Even the most gifted amongst us will suffer inevitably. So there's that. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Every negative fact is just amplified about human existence today. I mean, people are more lonelier than ever, particularly males, because there's no such thing as female loneliness. I don't care what anybody fucking says. I mean, females can go out and get attention much more easier than a male can. I mean, if you just look at dating apps, for example, women are just flooded with messages and likes. All kinds of women, even below average looking women. While below average looking males to average looking males, nothing but crickets, basically. And then you've got women complaining about their options constantly, their pool of options, their ocean of options. While when a male complains about his lack of options, it's automatically something along the lines of, "Oh, nah, bro, you're just an incel. You just hate women. You need to go to the gym. You do self-help, and you got to cultivate a better mindset." While for women, it's all about, "Oh, you go, girl. Yeah, nah, men today, they suck." It's all about female empowerment, you know? For them, at least. And for males, it's about being constantly kicked to the ground. If you complain just a little bit about the realistic situation that we face today, kicked to the ground and then stomped in the neck while you are on the ground. That's basically your lot in life if you're a dude. An average to below average looking dude. So, not to mention, what constitutes average today is constantly being eroded. So, basically, what's considered average today will not be considered average in the future. It will be considered below average. I mean, the expectations are just, they're through the roof. I mean, you ask fucking any woman, basically, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's gotta, have this skin color. He's gotta be fucking at least 6'3". He's gotta have X amount of money, or be making this much money per year, or whatever the fuck it is." And what do women have to do? Basically nothing. All they gotta do is exist, and they just simply get showered by attention and love, basically, just for mere existence. Women live in fantasy, men live in reality. That's another fact. And unfortunately, that reality is not so kind. But it's not so bad because the fact that women are becoming more and more picky as time goes on, they will inevitably feel what men do in the current age. And at least we men can handle all this crushing pressure. But women, on the other hand, trust me, once their youth and beauty runs out, and it will run out because time erodes all, they will really feel the fucking heat and the shit that we feel on a daily basis. So it's not so bad in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, it's entirely their fault for being such picky fucks. So yeah, there's that. Um and to be honest with you, the more I age, the less interest I have in women. I guess that's maybe a fault of my own, or it's just an accumulation of negative reinforcement, whatever it may be. But I do feel much happier that I'm not really chasing women anymore or really caring about them. Because when I did care about women, I was miserable. I'm still miserable now, of course. I mean, human life is just misery, but at least it's a different kind of misery for me. Uh, I'm not miserable to the same extent as I was. I think about other issues. Um, but yeah. But of course, I keep a tabs on this whole situation that's going on, guys, today and all that crap. But yeah, just thought I'd drop a video. It's been 2 weeks, so I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave a comment and a like if you can, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye, guys.